Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Pretty big macro craft beer tonight. This is from Wicked Weed Brewing. It says Pernicious IPA, 7.3 ABV, and it says it's out of either Asheville, North Carolina, or Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Pretty cool can design on there. I like the purple and green or whatever. And it says a 3-month shelf life. It was packaged in July, and they say they want it out of the stores by early October. So, pretty fresh. All right, so I pour it into the IPA glass. And the first thing I notice is that coming out of the can, it's clear. In the glass, it's pretty clear. And it's one of the few IPAs I've seen in a long time where it's actually more on the golden side. I mean, I guess you call that amber. Usually IPAs are kind of orange or have like a slight kind of brown tint to them. But yeah, this is, it almost looks like a lager in the glass there. Big, white, foamy, frothy head on there. Before we get into the smell, this is not the first time I've had this beer. In fact, I actually reviewed this with Darwin at his apartment when he lived just a few miles down the road from me. And I had to look up, I went to his channel and did a search for Pernicious. And he's reviewed it quite a few times. So if you do a search, and it's episode 2187. Yeah, we did it blind. I did not, maybe I'll watch that after we're done here. But yeah, so I'll put a link to that somewhere. But anyway, back to my review, not blind, seeing. Okay, so this smells like a pretty standard West Coast style IPA. I just get a lot of grapefruit. It's a little grassy. I remember this being very dank and herbal, but yeah, to me this just smells like Stone or Lagunitas or Ballast Point or, you know, some standard West Coast IPA. It does not smell juicy. I mean, it's not a hazy, obviously you can tell just by looking at it, but yeah, it smells like a standard West Coast IPA. Will it taste like one? Let's find out. Cheers. A lot different than I remember. That's the thing about IPAs is like the flavor can change pretty rapidly depending on how fresh or old they are. So it's kind of like how it tastes, like how it smells, like right up front, immediately grapefruit IPA standard, but then it kind of changes on a dime to like East Coast, very piney flavor. Yeah, a bit of a definitely grapefruit, a little bit of like tangelo or blood orange kind of orange flavor in there. I would not say lemon or lime. It's definitely not tropical either. No pineapple, passion fruit, nothing like that. I think, and it leaves kind of a slightly herbal or grassy aftertaste. I would not call it dank. Like I think like the whole selling point of this beer was like Pernicious was like it was, and also Wicked Weed. So they made like very dank kind of IPAs, but this is not what I would consider a very dank beer. Pretty firm bitterness on this one. 7.3. I believe it's like 65 IBUs. Actually, speaking of which, it actually kind of reminds me of Dogfish Head 60 Minute, though not nearly as piney as that one. And the malt character on this one is pretty nondescript. Like I'm not getting toast or caramel or crackers or anything like that. Like it's just a very, very kind of basic malt base there. Yeah, nice pretty firm hot bite at the crest there, lingering into the aftertaste. Like a little bit, I almost get like a little bit of a honey lemon kind of flavor, a little, almost. I'm not saying it's oxidized or anything like that, but otherwise, I mean, it's like, you know, citrus up front, kind of piney in the second half, and the aftertaste is, I would say, I mean, the aftertaste is like a little herbal or grassy, whatever you want to call it. It's not the same as like the most, like, say, take like any random Equilibrium or Other Half hazy IPA, like how those have like that really dank, grassy aftertaste. That is not what I'm getting here. Top this off a little. By the way, I do like this. I think this is a 19.2 ounce can. This is the I don't know if I said this on the show, but like these stovepipe cans, these are the Florida equivalent of the 40 ounce. So like you can get like a 9% ABV IPA at the supermarket for like $3 or $4 for a can like this. So instead of a 40 ounce of 5% malt liquor, you get 19.2 ounces of 9% IPA. I mean, if you're judging this to spec, this would score pretty high. Personal preference, it's okay. It's like okay to good. There's nothing amazing about it at all. I mean, maybe 10 years ago, this would have blew my mind. And also, I mean, this is a supermarket beer. So the supermarket beer drinker, this probably will blow their mind. I think this is like a good gateway beer to, I don't have any like crazy IPAs in there right now. But yeah, for what it is. And also, this was fairly cheap. I think it was $3.39 for this can, something like that. Yeah, it's good. And it's funny, actually, on Darwin's... let me bring this back up. It says, still the best shelf IPA. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I mean, I would definitely say it's for a supermarket IPA. Yeah, it's good. I'm sure they have a double version of this somewhere. That's probably like 9 or 10%. I would like to try it, but yeah. So as far as this score for the Pernicious IPA, good, not great, not bad at all. 7 out of 10. Maybe 7.5. 7 or 7.5. By the way, follow me on Instagram and Untappd because I do tweak the review between now and then. So if you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for Whiskey Wednesday. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.